crazy windy outside. We got a big Chinook wind coming up over the passes. Oh, gusts over 40 miles an hour, probably close to 50 at times, so pretty crazy. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about this WEN right here. This is my new WEN dust collector. You can see I'm already making pretty good use of it. It's a 1500 CFM, cubic feet per minute dust collector. It says that it's a 16 amp, and they tell you have to put in a 25 amp plug. It's already had a 20 amp circuit feeding this wall receptacle here, and there are a couple more on the inside, but they generally wouldn't be used together anyway. I went ahead and put the 25 amp plug here, plugged it in, and flipped the breaker on the other side, which is a 20 amp breaker, and went ahead and fired it up, and I have no problems. So $20 amp breaker works just fine. It says it's 16 amps, so my guess is they're just being overly cautious. Now, as you can see, my dust collection is currently jury rigged. I'm gonna go ahead and do some planing, and you get to see how well this guy works. We might get it all in there. Ha! 55-gallon bag works. All right. Now the fun part, folks. All right, well, there you have it. That thing has already got quite a bit more in there. I made a bit of a mess I'll have to clean up, of course, but otherwise it got quite a bit in here. You know, it works good. I'm actually really happy I decided to try to change that bag out by just dumping it into a garbage can. You can see I still get a bit of blowback. That's kind of normal, I think, because this planer, you know, this head is terrible. It's frankly terrible. You know, you're kicking up just barely. You know, you've got a 2-inch feed here. That's too small for a planer. It really needs a big 4-inch shroud coming right into a 4-inch. Then you wouldn't get that. But this is 10 times better than what I used to get. What I used to get, and I'll see if I can find some video clip and drop it in right here. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what this is like. You know, the video clip without this big WEN 1500 cubic feet per minute dust collector, you know, using the rigid versus running it with this. It gives you an idea. This guy here, awesome. So never had a dust collector before, so I can't give you a review on this based on my experience with another dust collector. I can't do that. But what I can tell you is that this guy is doing what it needs to do. It's definitely taking care of business. I have had some clogging down here on the Y pipes. Right here, there's a fence in here, maybe to keep people from sticking their hands through there or something. I don't know. But if I were to pull this off, in fact, I'll do that. See what I'm talking about. And I will tell you that 90% of the time, it probably wouldn't matter to you. So this guy here, what happens if you're planing stuff and you're not planing it really the way you should be, frankly. Uh-oh, I got a bolt come loose down here. I will tell you that I've had this happen a few times. I've got to tighten them up, and they didn't give lock nuts or lock washers with a lot of it, so, and they should have. So that guy, that will clog up. The impeller's right there. It's to keep your hand from going through there, I guess. But I'll tell you, it works great, except, and I'm sure they all do this, if you're doing something like I did and you're not supposed to do it, but you do it sometimes anyway. I've got this project right here. It's going to be a charcuterie board, but it happened to be on a live edge piece with 2 live edges, and I had to cut these sides. And so to get a 12-inch wide charcuterie board with a couple live edges, I had to plane across the grain. You don't really want to do that, but sometimes you have to. When you do, you get this real stringy buildup of wood chips, and those will clog that up. Now, the other problem I have, and I have 2 of the things that are like the biggest sawdust producers in the world, right? When I put that big jig up on here, and I use my router with this big 3-inch bit to plane these off, okay? It throws massive chips down here, and they're stringy, and they compact easily, and they will clog up right in that throat. So it just can't draw that much, and so occasionally I've got to go clean it out. But otherwise, it's working awesome. I'm super thrilled. So thanks to my wife, love you, honey. That was her idea. She knew I've been wanting one for a while and said, "Merry Christmas, go get it." Merry Christmas to me. I'm super happy, super stoked. And that thing is awesome. Loving it, every minute of it. So worth it? Yeah, I think so. I know there's cheaper units. This one I've put to the test already. I've plugged it up a couple times. I mean, I put it to the test. You got to unplug it, but it's only when you're really, really abusing it that it gets plugged up. Otherwise, this guy here produces a massive amount of sawdust. You saw it. That's just a few boards, and that wasn't taking much off of them. And we had that sucker filled up to here, dumped it out, and boom, got some more. And that's just this. That's just these boards right here. That's it. Filled that sucker up. There you go. WEN, 2 thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, folks, it's the old Jarhead signing off today. Y'all have a great day.